good.
Good. Okay, well I know that in your class you guys have been reading the book Brindle, or that you just finished it. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
I thought it was really fun too. So what happened in Brindle?
Well, he made up a word.
That's right, the main character, Nicholas, he made up a word. What word did he make up?
He made up Brindle.
He made up the word Brindle. And if you remember, at the very end, his teacher sent him a letter congratulating him because it had been finally added to the dictionary, which made it a real word. So now, do you know what we use a dictionary for?
A dictionary has all of the words in it. You can look up what they mean.
That's right, a dictionary does have all of the words in it. I like how you phrased that. Good job. The dictionary is a reference resource that we use to look up words, which means when we're reading a book and we come across a word that we don't know, we can use the dictionary to find out what that word means. And in the dictionary, it contains the date that the word was created, the part of speech it is, if it's a noun or a verb or an adjective, etc., all those things. It contains the definition. The dictionary also contains the pronunciation, how we say the word. The dictionary also contains the pronunciation of the word, which means how we say it, how we express it. For example, here, using the word Brindle, you see here, Brindle. It breaks it down, it breaks the word down so that we know how to say it. And the dictionary does this with all the words contained within it. I want you to practice looking up a word in the dictionary. Now, do you know how the dictionary is organized?
It starts with the letter A and it goes all the way to Z.
That's right. It's organized alphabetically, so it starts with A and it goes all the way to the letter Z. And it contains all the words in the English language in that order. Now, I want you to look up the word pen. And as we know, Nicholas created his new word to replace the word pen. And now we're first going to look up the letter P, right?
Right.
And then E, and it ends with N. Sean, are you having a little trouble here?
Just a little bit. I'm in PEN, but I see a lot of other words.
Okay, sure. So if we want PEN, we want to go to the very first word that starts with those three letters, right? Here we have PEM. Let's just follow it down.
This is a digital copy of the book Brindle, and here I have the physical copy of it. We have all of these in the library here, and in it I'm going to turn to page 97, and everyone else who has the book, please turn to page 97. If you have an ebook, please turn to location 677. So, if you can see here, I have written the definition of the word on the board here. And Sean, would you please come up to the board?
Sure.
Here's the stuff. I want you to first circle the pronunciation of the word. Yeah, good job. Now, can you underline the definition? Very good. Can you underline the date? Do you find it? Very nice. Now, this one's kind of hard. Can you tell me if it's a noun, verb, or adjective?
It's a noun.
It is a noun. Very good. Thank you so much. You did such a good job. Okay, guys, so we've talked about a lot of different elements of the dictionary. Let's see if we can remember all the different parts. So what does the dictionary contain?
Pronunciation.
Is there anything else? and that's a very important one. Well, they're all important, but this gives us the most different, this is what we're looking for when we go to the dictionary.
The date,
Date.
part of speech.
Part of speech, good, I'm glad that you remembered. Yes, these are all the important parts of the dictionary. And so now we're all going to work on this worksheet where we find 5 different words in the dictionary. We're going to split into 2 groups. Miss Anita's going to take a group of students and I am going to take a group of students, and we're going to work on finishing this worksheet together. We'll do the first one and then you guys can do the rest of the worksheet. And if you're having any trouble, just raise your hand and we'll be around. Thank you.
Alright guys, so here we are in our small group. Miss Dana did a great job of explaining why we use the dictionary, which is to what?
Find the meaning of words.
Right, to find out the meaning of words we don't know, which can be really useful when we're reading hard books like Frindle. You guys are in 5th grade now, you're reading some really tough stuff. And I just want to say, you guys have been doing such a great job of staying on task today, Sean.
Thank you.
Job. So now I'll just pass out our first worksheet. I want you all to write your name at the top. Wonderful. And let's see, Sean, let's have you read the directions for our group.
Locate the following words in a physical or digital dictionary.
Thanks. And then we have an example. What is our example word?
Cursive.
Good job, everybody. So we're going to look up the word cursive in the dictionary. So now what we're going to do, it looks like everyone in our group did a great job with our example, cursive. We're going to split up into pairs, and I'll have you do the next 4 words. And just know you're responsible for yourself and your partner. So if your partner doesn't know where to find one of these things, I want you to teach your partner. And if anybody has any questions, just ask me, and we'll wrap this worksheet up.
Okay.
All right, everyone, now I'm just going to collect your first worksheet. I went around, and it seems like all the pairs did a really great job with this exercise. I saw a lot of teaching each other, which I really like. You guys were able to use your dictionaries and find pronunciation, definition, date, and part of speech. Excellent job. Okay, so our next activity today is going to involve us making up our own words. This is the fun part. Now we know all the different parts of the dictionary entry. Now we're going to make our own. Sounds like fun, right?
Yeah.
So, to show you guys exactly what I want you to do when I pass out the next worksheet, I will share with you a word that I just made up today. My word is fruit duple. Duple. Okay. The first thing I need, let me think about it, is a pronunciation. So I want to write something down on my paper that would give someone else an idea of how they should say my word. Okay? So I'll write it out as 3 syllables, fruit duple. So Sean, if I asked you to read that, would you have some kind of idea of how to read my word?
Yep.
Okay. Say it.
Fruit duple.
Fruit duple. That's right. Okay. What's the next thing that I need? Anyone have an idea?
Part of speech.
Part of speech. Great. Okay, so my word, fruit duple, is a thing, which makes it a noun. So I'm going to write noun down on my paper. Okay, so I have my word, I have my pronunciation, part of speech. What's next? Okay, Sean, do you know what's next?
Definition.
Definition? Okay, now I have to think. Fruit duple. Okay. Fruit duple is a device used for coloring. Now if we look back at Nicholas's definition up on the board that Miss Dana has, he says frindle is a device used to write or make marks with ink. And then he says see pen. So in this case we know that frindle and pen mean basically the same thing. So now let's go back to fruit duple, a device used for coloring. Okay, so now that we went over my word, now it's your turn to make your new word. I'll pass out the worksheet to everyone. directions together. Who would like to read for me the first direction?
I'll do it.
Sean, great.
Please create your own original dictionary entry. Underline the pronunciation in red, circle the part of speech in orange, circle the date in green, and underline the definition in purple.
Perfect, great reading. And for this part, just make sure you include all four and that you use all four colors to identify the different elements of your entry. We have some markers, we also have crayons, fruit duple, right?
I'll use a fruit duple.
And after you finish the top part, Sean, if you could just put those markers down for 1 second while I finish reading. Can you read the next part of directions for me?
Use your word in a sentence.
Perfect, so you'll use your new word in a sentence right here on these lines, and then you will,
Draw a picture of your new word.
which is the really fun part. So if anyone has any questions, now is a good time to ask.
No, I think I'm good.
You're good? Everyone else? Everyone looks good? Okay.
All right, guys, I saw that you all made really creative words. You guys did a great job. I love the words that you made. And now, me and Miss Anita are going to put all of this together, and we're going to make our own dictionary of the words that you guys created in class, and we're going to keep it in the library. So that way you can come back and look up the words that you made while you're here. In Brindle, Nicholas's word became a real word when it was added to the dictionary. And now that we're making dictionaries for all of you, your words will be real words. I think that that's really interesting and really cool, don't you?
Yeah.
Me too. So now, I know this is probably the first time that you guys have really looked up words in the dictionary, and I'm interested in what you found was the hardest part about looking up the words in the dictionary.
Well,
Okay guys, all that's left for today is I'm going to give you this exit ticket, and when you leave the room, you'll have to give me this back in order to get out the door. On this, I want you to write your name, and you are going to write what you learned today. Everybody has to fill out something in this part. The second part says, I still do not understand. And if you feel that you understand all of the lessons, that's great, and you don't have to write anything here. But if there's something that you would like us to go over again next week, please write it down, and we'll make sure that we cover that topic. And I'm going to pass this out to everyone now.
thank you, Miss Dana.
You're welcome.